Good day, traders. This is Rick with your Futures Trading Coach Aftermarket Update for the Live Trading Alert Call Room. Today is Wednesday, August 3rd, and I'm going to let you guys know what we did today. Real quick from left to right, because we had about 7, 8 trades here. I'm going to run through everything here real quick. First opportunity we had was in gold. We had a death candle trade long, 1361.8. I said that one should be good for when we first start taking profits between 7 and 10 ticks. That one, it actually went about 14. um, and Told everybody either go to entry or go for a total break even on your trade, depending on how much profit you had built in, because I said this might mull around here a little bit in here, which is exactly what it did before it was going to continue up. So for people who were able to stay in, that's great. For people who, you know, just went to entry and took their, 8, 10, 12 ticks, whatever they took, um, we got back in. Um, at 63.2 on an understanding trade. And again, that one went up before the room closed. It went up to about 64.8. So it went up to our 15 ticks, and then the room closed anyway. But people just got out of that anywhere from 8 to 15 on that one, and that was in gold. In the crude, we had 3 trades. One, we did take a trade at the report, which was a monster for those who took it. First trade, though, was before that. We got long at, what was it, 89, 39.89, and then again at 39.94. 2 different options, because this one I told people, if you want to stay in this, I said there's a little bit of a ZL in the way. You can get out and we can re-get back in if it doesn't, totally drop. Otherwise, you have to add to the trade, or you can stick with it. I gave people the choice. So either they were in from 89 or from 94. Even if they got out, we got back in. Once we had the confirmation that they were going to continue to go up, and again, that one went up to my target, which was up at where that circle was there, around 40.15 to 40.20, and it did go up to 40.19. So 15 was the low end and 20 was the high end. I said somewhere in that range, and that's exactly where it hit from, again, either from 89 or 94. So up to almost 30, 27 ticks, 23 ticks, depending on which entry you had on that trade, which was beautiful. Then on the report, I told everybody that we were going to try to get short on the crude if it went down after the report. You'll see right when the report came out, it was hovering around the $40 level. Told everybody that if the market went down to 39.87, that there's a good chance that they took it down so that we can get into a risk-free trade, and the target ultimately would be 22 on there. Actually, it was 22, and I actually had a 29 right in here. I actually said 29, but I put 22 on the chart, so some people got out in there. But either way, it was just a beautiful trade. It never looked back. It went down, and that was from 89 all the way down to 29, almost a 60 penny trade within about 4 seconds, under 10 seconds. Just a beautiful trade, and that was the target. I mean, I said they didn't have to go any lower than this. That's where they took it. They immediately bought it right back up, and then we got long later in the morning on an understanding trade at 40.35, 40.37, and we were in profits at the time. It had moved up about from 37 to 53, so about 16 ticks. Profits were taken. We went to entry on the trade. If you had any runners left, and then method creator Sam Goldberg came in, and he was also in the trade from in their room. They had just closed things up, but he was still in this. He called a target of 68 to 72. And that's exactly where it went there, and then we closed the room. And then in the ES, we had 3 trades. We had 2 winners and 1 break even. Obviously, you can see the ES was a little choppy in here. If we let the open happen, they flushed it down, took it back up. We got long at 50.75 on an understanding trade, and then that made a couple points. For those that wanted another trade, we got in again at 52.70 because 50.75, it went up there. It filled us at 2 points. And then anybody who went to entry would have gotten taken out down here on the pullback if they didn't want to go for still a total break even, or they ran out of contracts. So then we got back in at 275, took it up there. And we went almost 3 points. I told everybody that it had to get up to 55 quarter. If it didn't get up to 55 quarter, there was no chance that it was going to go any further. And you'll see right here that it stopped at 55. Okay, to the tick. So that was a warning sign. So again, couple points on that trade. Then we tried a power play, which actually did work in the afternoon. I was adamant about it, so I actually, it was a little bit risky, but I said worst case scenario, we'll add and we'll get out, which we did. We got in at 55, added at 53. Or 55 quarter, 55. We added at 53 quarter, and you'll see when the market came back up here on this wick, told everybody, just get out of the trade, and everybody knows this in advance anyway. Got out of the trade there, and then again, we closed the room there, so that was a break even. Now somebody who waited for the pullback who couldn't add, they would have made a point, but we'll call it a break even. And then I actually took the trade and made a measly point on it at lunch here. Because I was just, had to go, and it actually really should have went a lot higher than that, but at that point I gave up. And if you actually look here at the end of the day, they did actually take it up to where they were supposed to go. But I did not take the trade because I was busy doing something else. But so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 8 opportunities. All but one was a winner. The other one was a break even. Again, possibly somebody didn't take this crude one because of the news. That was the best trade of the day because we got that momentum from it. And we're going to come back tomorrow and do it all over again. So until then, guys, have a great day.